Heyo everybody, Haku here with a very quick Tower of God theory video. I've only done a few of these in the past. My record with them is a bit even. So yeah, let's have some fun with this one. It's a super simple one, just Baam will get the Colorless December. Now, this is just off the top of my head. I don't have any notes prepared or anything. And one thing I have to say about this theory, eventually somebody is going to get all of the 13 months to make the key and to open up the door to the upper floors. We know that's going to happen. It might be Baam, it might not be, but I think that in particular getting the Colorless December is going to be an important thing for Baam and his character. Now, to get into why that is, I will have to go over some things that we know, some things that I have assumed based on these things that we know, and how they relate to Baam. So first, some of the things we know. We know that the 13-month series is half of the key, split into 13 pieces by Ashul Edwaru, made into weapons, meant for Zahard and his 12 companions, so that they could all have a piece of the key. Now, because of Arlen and V sort of not being along with that plan, Zahard and Gaston basically just said, screw it, let's do the princess system. So that's how we ended up with this entire mess. Then the Ghost of the 13 Months and all of that comes in. But some of the other things we know are that each of the 13 warriors had a different Shinsu color. Things I've assumed based on those two bits of knowledge. Each of the 13 months has a color in its name, so I'm assuming that each of the colors of the 13-month series corresponds to one of the 13 warriors, probably the one that the weapon was originally meant for. So then, getting further extrapolating from that, we can see that some of those match up pretty well. I mean, everyone we've seen from the REA family has white Shinsu, everyone we've seen from the Kun family basically has blue Shinsu, everyone from the Ha family, except for Ha Yura, has red Shinsu, Ha Yura having the blue that her father did. And we see that Gaston has silver, and the 113-month that is the strongest, that's the only S rank among them, the Golden November, of course matches up with Zahard, the king, having Golden Shinsu. So moving further from that, something else I've assumed is that Arlen Shinsu color was colorless, and that V's was black. And my reasoning for this is that when Baam against Dada Zahard, I almost said King Zahard, against Dada Zahard, when he used his true power, his power, not the Thorn, not the red or blue Thrissa, not the just generic Shinsu control, when he says, this is my power, his Shinsu was black and colorless. And even further from that, from the beginning of the series, Baam has had this connection with Black March. So it would make sense, Black Shinsu, connection with Black March. Black March was supposed to be V's weapon to me. So to go even further from that, I think Baam is going to be getting the Colorless December because that was meant to be Arlen's weapon. The Colorless December was in the hands of and sealed away with Eurasia and Zahard, who was also the person who carried on Arlen's will, having Arlen's pocket and everything, carrying Arlen's information into the future by passing it on then to Garam, who then passed it on to Baam. So again, I think that just like the Black March represents V, I think the Colorless December is something that belonged to Arlen, was representative of Arlen, and that Baam will get it eventually, and it will be a part of sort of his character's journey to get the Colorless December. Now, the Colorless December might have one more stop on the way to get there though, and that's Rachel. I think there is a chance that the person who unseals and gets it, because of, again, Rachel's connection to Arlen, Rachel could get the Colorless December before Baam does, but eventually, even if Rachel does get it, I think Baam will get it from her. So whether he unseals it himself or whether he gets it from Rachel, I think Baam is going to get the Colorless December at some point. Now, after Baam gets it, we'll have to see what happens, because we know that eventually somebody's going to collect them all to open the door to the upper floors. Now, since they need the rings as well, I honestly feel like character-wise, obviously Baam's the main character, there are certain things that, as the main character, are just Baam's thing to do. Defeating Zahard. Baam is going to be the one to defeat Zahard, because he's the main character, and that's basically what's been set up from the beginning to me. So this doesn't necessarily have to be something Baam's going to do. Baam's going to climb the higher floors to surpass Zahard, but he might not be the one to form the key and to open the door. There are a lot of other characters where I think it would make sense for their journey, whether they're an antagonist or a rival or even an ally. I think that it would make a lot of sense for Macheni to be the one to collect the key and to open the door. It would make a lot of sense for Yuri and her character arc going against the rules and everything to be the one to open the door. It would make sense for Wangnan. It would make sense for Rachel to do it. So there are a lot of characters. It might not be Baam who collects all 13 in the end. It could even be Zahard himself. Maybe Baam's crew gets laid low for a while. Maybe they suffer some sort of defeat. Zahard says, okay, I am awakened now. I'm going to climb the floors. And Baam's next goal is to climb the floors and try to surpass Zahard as they're climbing the upper floors. Anything like that could happen. But whether Baam keeps it for forever or not, because I doubt he will, because again, it has to be part of the key, I do think it's going to be important for Baam's character journey that he gets the Colorless December, one way or another. There was something else I was thinking about toward the beginning of this video, but I was like, no, I'll mention it at the end. But now that we're here at the end, I knew I wouldn't remember it. So I guess that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Gonna keep this short. Like if you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me what you thought. What are your thoughts and all that? Do you have any other theories that you want to share? Subscribe for more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I can give you a link. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.